Hi, in this video, we're going to start talking about number formatting. So number formatting, I'm not talking about fonts, I'm talking about this area here, how numbers are being interpreted by Excel. So you can see these numbers look a little odd, kind of not very attractive. What's happening is it's using the general formatting function. First thing I'm going to do is make these a little wider so that you can more easily see what I'm going to be doing here. Here we go. And then I'm also just going to make these back to the way they were originally. Okay, cool. And you can see once again, this is using the what's called the general format. So it's not like that. It's not specific. Basically, Excel is guessing at what the best format is, and what we want to do rather is tell it how to format these numbers the way we want them to be seen. So if I select this whole area, I can go up here. I have a suite of options. And most of them are pretty much the majority of options that you would need on a daily basis. I can click on number here and reduce or increase the decimal places. And here we go. It's in millions. I can center this. And we're in a pretty good place right now. But if I want to have a little more control over it, I can right click, go to Format Cells. And now I get this dialog box, this ever useful dialog box. So in here, I can do a lot of the same things. I can add the comma. And you can see, basically, if I hit OK, you can see now in the case of thousands, there's a comma there. And of course, this data is in millions, so actually that's in billions. So, but what I really want to show you is what happens when you go to this custom dialog box over here. And that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. Now you can see, basically, whenever you select any of these options up here and then go to custom, whatever you selected will be presented to you as a code over here. So for instance, if I were to have selected percents and then come over here, the code is 0%. If I were to select currency and select it's on dollars and go over here, it's showing in dollars. So if I go back to number, once again, go back to custom, it's showing the code for that custom code. Now I can edit this code, and that's where things get really interesting. If I put a 0 here, for instance, we can see now there's always 2 digits by default at the very least, and then it adds additional digits if it needs them. So if I go back here, and I add another 0, replacing the hashtag, or the pound sign, you can see now there's always 3 digits. So the zeros are definitely always going to be present, and the pound signs are not definitely always going to be present. So for instance, if I put, let's make this again 2 pound signs and a 0, and at the end if I put a period and a 0, there will always be a decimal place. I could also go here and type in number there. I can go here and type in a pound sign. So now, this is an odd thing to do, but now if there is nothing in terms of a decimal, it will just show a dot there, which is not something you really want. But if there is a decimal place, it will show some number there. Okay, so this is where stuff gets very interesting though. So what if I wanted to present these numbers in billions? Right now they're in millions, but what if I wanted to say 2.5 for Asia and Oceania instead of 2.469? Now I could obviously divide it out by 1,000 manually, but I can actually do that right with the number formatting by putting a comma here. By doing that, you can see now it says 2.5. Now, once again, the data has not changed. The underlying data is unchanged. All the number formatting tricks you can do not change the underlying data. They only change how Excel is interpreting that data. Furthermore, you can actually add text at the end of the number formatting to indicate whatever you want. So in this case, it's in billions. I'm going to put BN at the end, in quotes. Once again, it must be in quotes. And if I hit OK, now I see a lot of these are zeros because they're much smaller, much too small. If I go here and then add an extra 0, an extra 2 zeros there, we see 0.320 billion, otherwise known as 320 million. We see all these items are in billions. Now, the truth is, we would actually want these to be in millions because that's a better format for this particular kind of data. So we're going to get rid of this comma, and we're going to put an M here, a big M. And we're going to get rid of 2 of those decimal places. Actually, let's get rid of all of them. We got our comma, we got our comma here, we got 2 pound signs, we got a 0, and we got M in quotes. And there we are. We've presented this data in millions. The other value of using this text at the end is you can actually use them. They will appear in graphs. So you can see it appears over here on the left in the axis. But you can actually also make it appear if you go to add a data label. It will actually show the data as it's formatted. So if you want to really control how data is appearing, you can format it here first, and then when you create your graph, it should appear as the data label. Okay, great. Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, and come back for the next video where we'll discuss more number formatting tricks.